Let's make a Labubu themed shaker card, a Halloween Labubu. This is the new stamp set for the new release from the Sassy Club, and of course, it is inspired by this cute Labubu in the pumpkin. And this one is mine. I wanted to show you how I colored the images right here. I went ahead and used this slime frame die, which is from a previous release, and also this Disney themed Halloween stamp set, which I used the Boo to You and the Happy Haunting stamp for it on the background of the frame. And here's how I set up the frame. And I went ahead and just traced around the area where the frame was, so I knew exactly where to stamp, because I wanted to use those sentiments and the spider web in the corners. These are the sequins that I typically use, are iridescent and micro beads, but this is the best part. I found these the other day when I was at Michael's, and this is in the miniature section. They are phosphorescent stars and moons. They also have like little mini spiders. They are in the miniature section of the Michael's craft store. Here I just turned off the top light, and no, this is not sponsored or anything like that. I just love these and they were so super cute. First thing I thought of was I need to make a shaker card out of these. Yeah, those are super cute. And here is with the light up above, even on, and you can still see that. You can still see some of the glow. And I just went ahead and charged them really quick with my black light. I have black lights because I like to go antiquing, and that way I see which of the uranium glass is like real uranium glass. Anyway, I digress. So here I am just getting the base of the card together. I'm just making sure that everything fits where I wanted it to fit. And you can see here the sentiment and the spider webs throughout. I just kind of wanted to fill the negative space on that on just heavyweight cardstock, and then overlap it with the slime frame. Now I have already set up the foam tape around it, and I got that one from Michael's as well. I only used one layer this time because I didn't want it to be so bulky, and I didn't think it needed to have so much anyway. But here I am just trying to make sure I know where everything is going to go. This is my little spoons. These are actually little spoons. They're ice cream spoons from Mexico that my parents brought back when they were on vacation, and I absolutely love them. So I have several of them. Anyway, here I am just adding the micro beads. And now the micro beads, the only purpose that they really serve is that they really give you more of that shaking sound. So those, just by adding a little bit of those, it always makes more sound. And then I'm also using these iridescent sequins, and I think I've shown these before on Instagram. I got them many years ago from Oriental Trading. I don't even know if they still sell them anymore, but I got so many packs, and I still have some from many, many years ago. Now, I don't add as many of them as I do before because, again, I only did one layer of the foam because I didn't want to have to put so much, because I don't want to use up all of these little miniature stars and moons from Michael's, the glow in dark ones, because I have other projects I wanted to do with them as well. And currently, when this video is coming out, they have them for like 50% off. So I went back the other day and I grabbed two more packs. You get quite a bit of them, but they're in the little miniature section. And here I am just scooping it in there. And I use these little spoons because they work perfectly into getting it where I need to go. So yeah, I'm just making sure where I'm putting more things. And I'm trying to remember which section is for which of the sentiments, so as not to put too much of them in one of the sentiment areas. Anyway, just shaking them off here. And here is where, now this is the tricky part. This always wrecks my nerves when I'm pulling off the backing from the foam tape. And if you do shaker cards or dimensional cards, you know this is always stressful, because if it flicks the card or moves any of it, all of those bits are going to fly everywhere, and they're going to stick to the foam, and then the foam's not going to stick to your backing, the backing paper of it. But anyway, I love making shaker cards. It's ridiculous. Like I said, I only used one layer of the foam, mainly for me not to have to use so many of these, many of the sequins and of these glow in the dark stars and moons. And honestly, looking at them, I must be blind. Like I can't tell the difference. I just know that they're iridescent. So I thought they were all stars until I read it that it says moons. They all look like stars to me, and they're super, super cute. I know, wildness. So I'm going to go ahead and place the backing of it, as you can see right here, place it on the actual front part of the shaker card. And this is always tense, because what if I don't get it in the right place? So here I am. I'm gonna go ahead and charge him again with my black light, just for it to have a better glow, so you guys can hear the shaking in a second. I'm just sitting here playing with the black light at this point, but here I am. Listen to the shake, but look how awesome it is. Look how much they glow. They're super, super cool. And you saw how much I put in there. I didn't put a lot necessarily. So, but they really, really worked out. And now I'm just going to go ahead and use my Scotch. What is it? The Scotch tacky glue? Yeah, tacky glue. It used to be a Scotch quick dry. It's the same formula, but this is my favorite adhesive. I know there's so many others out there, and I like putting on this little tip that I got from Amazon. I forgot who actually makes them, but they just replaced the cap. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead, because the die for this was perfectly shaped for the A2 size card. It has the exact size for it, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, whatever. So I just use one of the regular card bases, one of the heavyweight card bases. Oh my gosh, can I figure out my words today? I'm doing this voiceover super late, and anyway, because I was out doing other shenanigans. But here I am, just making sure I get everything else. I'm going to do some foam backing for the little characters. Now, I only do one layer this time because, again, the base only has one layer. I didn't want it to be super crazy, super whatever. And I didn't realize how heavy these were. I don't want... Also, when I make shaker cards and stuff like that, I'm always worried about it having so much weight that they will be top heavy. So what I typically do is one of the characters, when I'll put like this one right here, I just put it in the little space that it wouldn't cover up so much of the shaker stuff. And the bottom one, like I will typically put one in the bottom and probably all the way to the bottom, so it kind of helps support it. I know, mechanics, math, whatever, but but here I am. I just wanted to make it a simple card. I wanted the focus to be the cute little Labubus in their pumpkin outfits and the glow in dark stars, because I'm in love with these. Like, seriously, guys, absolutely in love with these. So go ahead and get them. I'm gonna say go get them now while they're on sale. But also, the Sassy Club new release has already been posted. It came out a few days, or the day that I'm actually creating this video. So go ahead and check it out. There's several other themes. There's Rocky Horror theme. There is some you know what that is. I know that was a horrible my horrible impression of the Twilight. But here it is, just one more time. And also here's another little clip of it in with the light of from above off. I absolutely love this. I'm enthralled, because you know how I love shaker cards. If you follow me, you know I love shaker cards. So go check out the Sassy Club for the new release. Okay, bye.